struggled with that term, transgender Kentuckian. The stories I was told growing up by those around me made me feel like I could somehow not be both transgender and a Kentuckian. That these two aspects of my existence that I knew to be equally infallible were inherently contradictory. Now I know better. I know that who I am and where I'm from aren't contradictory. They are inseparable. Yes. I hope that as you look around our state capitol today, each and every one of you knows that we belong here and that our Commonwealth is better because we are in it. When I spoke to y'all last year at this rally, I told you that things might get worse before they got better, and I think we can all agree they've gotten worse. But I'm here today to tell you that apathy is not an option, that hope is not a distraction, it is the solution. I am so grateful for the fighters that we have in our state house and our state senate, because I remember 2 years ago standing in the Senate gallery, looking down as our General Assembly voted to enact Senate Bill 150, one of the most monstrous pieces of anti-trans legislation that this country has ever seen. It's a memory that crosses my mind every single time that I walk into this building. Today was no exception. But a lot can change in 2 years. Now, when I walk into this building, I also remember 2 weeks ago when I walked onto the Senate floor during session to be recognized by a bipartisan group of senators as part of a resolution honoring the 250th anniversary of Lexington. I'm telling y'all, change, real change, tangible change is possible, but it doesn't come overnight. It's not easy. It can be very, very painful. And so often, it asks us to show up time and time again and give other people the very same grace that they have consistently denied to us. I can think of no better proof of this than what I saw happen on the floor of the Montana State House last week. My friend and mentor, Representative Zoe Zephyr, a trans woman, stood on the House floor to speak on an egregious anti-trans bill, and she delivered a speech that convinced 13 of her Republican colleagues to cross party lines. She'll talk to you about the years she spent getting to know her Republican colleagues. She'll tell you that first we changed their hearts, then we changed their minds, and eventually we changed their votes. So a couple weeks ago, as I stood on the floor of the Senate, I remember looking up and seeing our own Chris Hartman sitting in the same spot in the gallery where I had spent countless hours watching floor debates. And in that moment, I remembered the powerlessness that I felt sitting there, watching the legislature debate whether people like us deserve to even exist in the world, knowing that for all of the hard work that was going into fighting those bills, there was nobody like us on the floor to speak directly for our humanity. Now, I didn't run for office because I'm trans, but I have never run from that fact either, and I am not about to start now. starting point. They are coming for anyone that they do not like. And to that end, I currently want to point out, we don't have any transgender people serving in our state legislature to hold that line. And that is no longer acceptable.
That's right.
So, are y'all ready to fix that in 2026? My chest. I will keep showing up. I will be here fighting for you, for us, and for the Commonwealth of Kentucky, because this place is our home, and it is worth fighting for.